Oh, hi everyone, I am Tara, aka Spirit Mother, and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel on YouTube. I am Spirit to Spirit, Teachings of Going Within Self. On my TikTok, I'm 1974 Enlightened Soul, and I'm also live on my Facebook. If you're not familiar with my channel, I usually suggest or recommend that people go and read the description on my YouTube channel, Spirit to Spirit, Teachings of Going Within Self, in order to get a better understanding of what I bring forward within my lives. As I said many times before, I bring forward a lot of my own life experiences or like just different things within the systems and what have you. Okay? My title on my channel is a message to the true sinners, okay, the sins, the systems integrated into society and to the people, okay, because it's give the people a better understanding of what's going on within the system, okay? Excuse me. Um, a lot of the time, like I get people coming in, and sometimes they're part of the system, okay? What I mean by part of the system, they are in the medical community, they are in the government, they are in just all forms of the educational systems and what have you. Some people would say, what qualifications do you have? Well, I have experience, personal experience, and I have a legal background. I have a legal certificate. I have done research. I have a mediation and negotiation conflict resolution certificates, and a lot of my own experiences. And I listen to people, and I do a lot of observing. I have somebody who sometimes they'll find documentaries and they'll bring them to me, and I will look through, like watch them, and bring them forward today. Today, I can resonate very close to this subject because my ex-husband just last year around Christmas time had all of his teeth removed because his teeth were really bad and they were causing him a lot of problems physically, mentally, emotionally, and you could say even spiritually because he takes a toll on everything. Okay? And for years, I've been watching him. The dentist telling him, "Oh, well, no, you got to come in for a cleaning every 3 months." He had a root canal, which I'm going to get to that because this is what it pertains to: dental hygiene. With your dental hygiene, your teeth actually connect to your nervous system. So if your teeth are unwell, then it causes a lot of problems within your body, physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay. Um, there's an energy in here that don't like me, I have to say. Are you the system or part of it? This is going to be a very passionate subject. Okay. And if you read my description on my YouTube channel, Spirit Teachings of Going Within Self, then you will have a better understanding of what you're experiencing, what you're witnessing, because I go spirit to spirit. So if you're feeling something, it's a part of your spirit. It's not that it's directed towards you per se, as it is directed towards a form of the spirit. Okay. And there's spirits that are connected within the systems, and they've been there. Okay. Okay. So this morning I was down here and my ex-husband come down and he brought this to my attention. Okay. It was a documentary called Root Cause, the Health Effects of the Root Canal Procedure. Okay. He had a root canal, and I know others who have had root canals. Okay, and I understand this a little bit more of where some of my problems, physical problems and emotional problems and mental health problems probably came from, because back in '99, I had extracted, okay, because I have that down here too, because your teeth are connected to your nervous system. Okay, I have it right in here. Just bear with me, or go watch that documentary and you will get a lot of the information yourself. Okay. I have my one that I'm going to use because it's my only pointing stick. Okay, so today I'm talking about root canal, dental implants, okay, the forms of dental implants, which is titanium and zirconium. Okay, a lot of people don't know about zirconium. I actually contacted a dentist today and I asked them if they do zirconium implants, and they didn't, this person didn't even know what I was talking about. So I told them about the documentary and I told them that we may want to go and, look for yourself, okay? And I'll even like show you the difference of the two implants. Okay. No, I'm not a dentist, but I do know how to read and I do know how to see and look at the differences. So, I'm going to direct people that if you want to go to a dentist, find a holistic dentist. Or the regular, like the dentist, they may want to go and, look more into this because you're hurting your patients. Okay. And what a lot of people don't know is when you have your tooth pulled out, it is behind a periodontal ligaments, which can even actually leave the infection in. Okay. The reason that I bring this up is because my ex-husband wasn't told about this. Okay. You're not given the different options. You're told you have to do this. Okay. So that's where it's part of the system becomes extremely profitable. This documentary that I speak of, right up here, it actually explains a lot. When I sat down and I watched it, I almost started crying because so many people are unwell and they like go to the doctors and what have you, and they don't know what is causing the problem. The doctor can't find it. Why can't the doctor find it? Well, let's see, because you're not asking the right questions and you're not listening to your patients. Because you think because you took what 6, 8 years of something that you automatically know everything about it. But see, the thing is, you're taught specific things. You're taught what they want you to learn. They indoctrinate you, and people get hurt because of it. And the systems, they make money, shit piles of money, and it's at your expense. So it's a part of waking up and you take everything that what they say to be gospel. You're not given choices. The only choice you're given is the one that they tell you have. They don't give you the alternatives because the alternatives may be less profitable. Because you think of titanium. Titanium, is it not a metal? Are we trying to get metals out of our body, but yet they're telling us, don't put metal in your mouth. But they do. Before, and it's the electrical. They cut off the current because we're electrical beings. Have you ever taken, like, yeah, and have you ever taken a piece of tinfoil, especially if you have feelings, taking a piece of tinfoil or what have you, taking a piece of tinfoil and just putting it in your mouth and biting down on it? What does it do? Yeah, right? So just biting on a piece of tinfoil makes you extremely cringe. What's happening when they're putting this metal into your bone? Okay, the Periodontal, periodontal um, ligaments, they're left in when they do the extraction, when they take the tooth out. Do you ever see a dentist go in and like they just pull the tooth, right? They don't take the other stuff out. Watch the documentary. I'll repeat it again. Root cause, the health effects of the root canal procedure. Write it down. It's quite interesting. And it may help you become enlightened to see the truth of why you may be experiencing the things that you're experiencing. But see, this information is not put out there for you to see. And to know all these procedures, okay? Someone like myself, people on low income, disability, and what have you, that has a very low income, like most people are unable to go get any form of dental hygiene. And what are other ways that they keep you going back to the dentist? You know, your systems. They put all of this processed foods. They put shit piles of candy, sugars, and then they tell you that the fruit is bad for you because of the sugars in it. No, that is the actual fruit that is good and healthy for you. It's the fake sugars that are fucking up your teeth. It's fucking up your system. But they keep pumping it, don't they? When you go into a store, what do they have at the front of the store? Fucking pop, candy, chocolate bars, chips, all the shit that is extremely unhealthy for the body and the teeth. Eso es lo que te crearon. And you wonder why you're so sick. Your teeth. I have a missing tooth. And when they pulled that tooth, what ended up happening was I had a big abscess. Like I'm talking an abscess where I thought the fucking tooth was growing back. And if people don't like my language or they don't like my assertiveness, well, you know, maybe my channel's not for you, or maybe it's hitting a nerve. You don't know my language? That's okay. Because as I stated, I go spirit to spirit. And you know what? Those spirits need something who the fuck I am. Because this is a spirit. And if people want to say I'm cocky or arrogant or I run on ego, no. None of the above. I run on truth, compassion, understanding, love. And I speak up for the people who are unable to or are too afraid to. Because most people, when they get in a predicament like this, my ex-husband told me today, you know, you get tired of the fighting. Are you, like, seriously, you're fucking tired of fighting for yourself? Fighting against the systems that are fucking you over? You're paying shit piles of money into these things. And then you're getting fucked from behind because, you know, they don't tell you the truth of it. You know, when are we all going to wake up and see the truth of it? Seriously, go watch the documentary because it will enlighten you as to why you have a lot of the problems that you have in your physical body. It's not all about your traumatic experiences. That's a lot of the mental. But the rest, a lot of it has to do with your nervous system. Okay, I was taking notes, and where is it? If the periodontal ligament is not removed when you have a tooth abstracted, taken out, or you have something done, because you think of a root canal, what are they doing? If you watch this documentary, you will see they're plugging it. So the infection has nowhere to go but in your body. And it can cause MS. You know, how many people have, they say, oh, well, you have it. No, there's causes. There's causes for it. It's caused from infection. Most things are caused from an infection, and they say, oh, well, we're going to give you an antibiotic. They don't want to get to the actual root. They only want to do the symptoms. Because if you get to the root of the problem, and this year, it's, if you watch the documentary, it's also connected with breast cancer, throat cancers. Psychiatric, fatigue. You know, it's poison. It's poison in your body. We keep complaining. We're running to the doctor. What does the doctor do? Where's my pad? Where's my pen? Here, Miss Tara, I'm going to give you a prescription for that. For that. There you go. Go take this for 2 weeks. Oh, wait, I have to give you another prescription in order for that one to work. Come back in 2 weeks. Oh, I'm sorry, you're back and the infection isn't gone. Here, we're going to have to do it for another 7 to 14 days. Meanwhile, the infection is going throughout your body. And you're getting, they'll tell you, oh, well, you're just depressed. Or you have mental health issues, go see a psychologist or psychiatrist. And wait, you get to the psychiatrist, oh, wait, you know, I have to diagnose you first. So they put a label on you. And then, because of that label, whenever you go to another doctor or to a hospital, what they do, they look up your medical records. Oh, this person has a mental health issue, so, you know, move along. You can't be bothered with it. Move along. Next! Gusto ko na pagtutuloy yesterday! Told you I go spirit to spirit. You know, like, think of it this way. How old are your kids before they go to the dentist? They go to the dentist, and what do they do? They start picking at your teeth with metal. You know, they start doing dental work on 3-year-olds. Let's tap their teeth. Yes, I'm telling them this food. And you wonder why our kids are sick. You wonder why you are sick. Here, give your money. We'll give you money. Look, here, take more. you want to eat junk food, and you don't want to listen to people who are actually trying to like enlighten you to truth and throw shit at them because they got holistic or natural in front of it or energy healing. No, better go to one of these people that have this big fucking certificate. And somebody told me when I said about my paralegal, when I said about having my certificates for my mediation, negotiation, conflict resolution stuff, I was so rich. You run into those fuckers. You run into those people with the piece of paper. And I feel sorry for those people who have been indoctrinated and not knowing the truth. Like there's even on the documentary, there's a dentist, a female dentist in there that said she stopped doing root canals because she realized that she was hurting people more than it was helping them. And it says that it affects the immune system. A titanium peptin is what it is, can trigger autoimmune. So what is autoimmune? What does it do? It fucking attacks your body. It is said about scleroderma, rheumatoid arthritis. Hello? If you think I'm being patronizing, well, I guess you might want to shake your head because I'm saying, here, I'm shaking you, come on. God gives you a brain. And I know you can use it. If you stop and looking at the truth for what it really is. There's a holistic dentist in Vancouver, Toronto. There's one in Nova Scotia. And so, that there, see that? That's not metal. See that? That's this one. Zirconium. Ceramic. Oh shit. Titanium implants. Okay. Helpline. Titanium implants, procedures, side effects, cost versus ceramic and mold. Okay. So let's go to imaging. Okay. I'm going to show you. Here's your titanium implants. My ex-husband had to go in and get six screws, 6 screws, put in his jaw and his jaw because he can't get dentures because his jaw deteriorated. Why? Because when they extracted the teeth, the tooth, it worked. Extraction, they don't get out the periodontal ligament. So it deteriorates the structure in the jaw. Go watch the documentary. Don't believe me? Go watch the documentary. Good doctor. Disagree with the yeah. You're getting irritated with people, that's part of your spirit. The spirit that I'm talking to, because it's the symptoms or the sins. Okay, the true sinners, the sins, their system integrated into society, and you're left to follow them. And unless you know the alternative, you feel you feel, oh, well, I gotta go with this because they know best. They're trying to shut down holistic people, holistic healers. The ones that don't want to talk about in their body. Oh, you're this and you're that. Oh, it's conspiracy theory. Take your conspiracy theory. you know what light is? Light is truth. And how to embrace all sides of you. And then how to allow spirit, God, creator, source, what have you, come through to give these messages. The ancestors, the true teachers that knew the stuff. I'm not throwing shade on people that went and took these university things to get where they are today. But what I'm saying, you only learn what they want to teach you. Because they want you to become profitable for them. And they'll even fucking hurt you. Unless you're one of the ones that knows the difference. But you don't care about your patients. You only care about the fucking profitable. Really, this stuff shouldn't cost. I mean, it does. How many of you have actually gone into the dentist and before the dentist did work on you in your mouth? How many have been sterilized? Oh, well, we can use sterilized tools. Yeah, that's fucking metal. You're putting metal on my teeth. You're putting metal in my mouth, whether it's fucking sterilized or not. And you're not sterilizing things. You're not sterilizing the operating area or the surgical area. I heard some do. Well, some do. Some. They just don't care because it keeps coming back. The dentist said my ex-husband was going through for years. Well, you gotta keep coming in every so often. You gotta keep coming in every 3 months to get your dental care, to get your teeth clean and stuff like that. He brushes his teeth every fucking day. How dirty are they? Damn near fucking brushes them right off his face. Because finally he took my advice and said, your fucking teeth are causing you problems. Get them the fuck out of your face. A real dentist would have said, your teeth are making you sick. You have to take them and remove them. And then do it properly and remove everything else. I don't want him getting these titanium implants, but he's already got the screws in his mouth. And I told him we're going somewhere else to get a different opinion. Because he'd say, oh, well, it's the patient's like it's on the patient to ask. It's not on the patient to ask if the patient don't fucking know. The patient's looking to you for the fucking advice. When are you gonna instead of looking at your pocketbook and see them as a person, not as a fucking money. Yeah, I am turning red in my face. And they wonder why people behave the way they do. They're hiding the actual real shit that will help the people. They don't want you to know about it because once you know about it, holy shit, it's going to pull them right out of the fucking water. Boom. Some people don't like coming in my channel. Oh, well, you're too soft. You let everybody fucking walk over you. I must say, seriously, when you're going to wake up, when you're going to start standing up for yourself and seeing the truth for what it is, opposed to, like I said, conspiracy theories. Those are that conspiracy theorists is mainly coming from the ones that don't want you to know the truth. react, even tutto react, people don't like me, I can't help that. But the ones that don't like me are the ones that know that, I'm bringing forward something that they don't want to hear or something they don't want the public to know about. Talking, like I said, you know, if you think I'm cocky, this is the spirit. So, you must be that spirit I'll speak to or a part of it. So, look at the difference between the titanium, which is here, and the ceramic, zirconium, which is there. See? Titanium, zirconium. Hello? I'd rather have, I'd rather have, but I'd rather not have anything in my nose. So if they actually did what, they should be doing in the first place, I called the place in Toronto, dentist in Toronto, to ask about this appointment. They looked it up. Well, I had already looked at this place in like I said, there's one for sure, or one in Vancouver, one in Toronto, and then I found out there's one in New Scotia River that is their holistic dentist. I have a few little clues, and a lot of times I just get smell stuff in you. Like they'll even use for implants throughout your body. They put metal. But they tell you metal, don't put metal in your body. Why the fuck are they? Why? Because it's going to cause you more problems, and then you've got to go run into them, and then your money goes up to them again. But, a lot of people already know that, but I don't want to fight no. I was asked to fucking fight in the first place. Did you actually stand up for yourself in the first place, or did you see yourself as being weak? Because you're not fucking weak. You're just manipulated by the same things that indoctrinate into you, telling you, you sinner, you have sins. Yeah, you're fucking right. We all have sins. And they're the systems integrated into society. They're the true ones that are fucking you over. And then the ones that aren't fucking you over, like I said, well, they want to shut them down. They have access to the stuff that's really the truth, as you call technology. They have access to all of that. What do you think they're telling you? I think that's fucking weird. And you think that they're only as old as they are? Because I'll tell you right now, you may think they're only as old as they are. There's pictures of people going and seeing past and seeing the person. Think of ISIS. And I'm not talking about the fucking group over in wherever it is. I'm talking about South and ISIS. Your ancestor. 'Line. 'Cause. 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 They write stuff. How do you know that that stuff is true? Aren't people saying, the good guys, the good guys, the bad boys. So, it was all blood stuff. It's a bunch of propaganda to keep you from seeing the actual truth. It's called they're backdooring you. They're putting the illusion in front of yourself, in front of your face, in the front door. You are coming in through the back door to broad people up, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because they're keeping you like, oh, you never know. And that's what you're actually doing. It's a part of it, you know, love me, like me, hate me, like me. By the way, I don't give a shit. Been a loner my whole life, so being a loner the rest of my life, I guess it means, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to bring truth and light. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop helping people or standing up for people who aren't able to do themselves. It's not about going and say, oh, I don't want to fight. You didn't fight in the first place. When are you going to start fighting for yourself? When people sue, there's no recourse for their fuck ups. You try suing them, but what do you get? You go bankrupt because they have insurance, and they also have government funding that protects them because it pays for the lawyers, so they have an infinite amount of money to fight you. Or some will just say, here, I'll give you this much. If they're giving you something, a little bit, it's only to shut you up. Oh, I want to settle with this person because I don't want the truth getting out into the public because then that'll go down on me. So we'll just settle. You know, I did settle the lawsuit. I had a bladder match, and I settled with the lawyer for the whole thing. But see, the thing was, to me, it wasn't about it was about the principle that they do this shit to people, and they're allowed to get away with it. Shouldn't it be shut down? You don't need these plastics in our body. The mesh was made of plastic when they can actually use your own body tissue to do meshes. You know that? Why? Because they ain't going to tell you because you're profitable. They fuck you up and then you got to run to them so that they can treat the symptoms. Actually, here's another prescription. Go home. Oh, don't forget, I need you to pay the receptionist on the way out the door. To see the places that you go in for help. Do you ever look around the surroundings of, you know, how luxurious some of the stuff is? And then, oh, well, we got shit piles of money now. We're going to do some, oh, we're going to revamp it. And then you charge more. Why? Because you got to pay for the revamping. The look, the facade, illusion. You know what goes on behind closed doors? Basically, it's turning up. Okay. Feel it. It's like, the shifting. You see me jerking and stuff like that. It's that purpose. Shifting. Realization, or somebody could just say, I'm going to energy. Push skin out. People like to throw shit at me. Because they say, well, stupid, right? Oh, shit. It's like, well, it's okay. Because I know there are people out there that do understand. And I did a video and then I had people come in and they commented on my video. Tell me what you're saying. And even after I did tell them what I was saying, summarized it for them, and then well, okay, you're not going to tell me what you said. What is it? What is it? People are looking for God. Look in the mirror. There was look in here. Even when the truth is in front of people's face. People want the truth. They say they want the truth. But then when the truth is put in front of them, oh, well, that can't be the truth. Well, what the fuck did you ask for? It's like, his husband, and it irritates me so much because I bring him the solution, the answer, the truth, and it's still like, and then continues to. So I just got tired of it. Whatever. Go away. And then people wonder what I realize. And wonder why I react to what I do. I'm feeling because I'm connected. That's why when I do this, people can feel it. Some won't admit because I'm connected to you. Energetically, which is physically, emotionally, spiritually. That's why I come out like a fiery asshole bitch sometimes. Because I'm reacting to what I'm feeling or experiencing energetically. So it's a part of, if you take offense to it, it's because I know that I know that everything is at the energetic level. It's spirit level. That's why I work so my judgment before I judge. See, to go beyond a mask, facade, to go directly here. That's why I come off so passionately, because a lot of time it can also be that's how you're feeling when you're not expressing it. And I know that's why my ex-husband brings stuff to me because he's unable to go and do it himself. It's like, wait, seriously, come on. And not just my ex-husband, but other people because they've been taught through a system, a program that they are weak and they need somebody else, something else. Yes, sometimes we need doctors, but we need real doctors. And when I say real, I mean doctors that have a heart and actually get to the root of the problem, opposed to wanting to write a fucking prescription every time because you know, oh well, a new drug come out, so we're going to promote it because we get an incentive. For every for most every new product that comes out on the market, when these companies want to promote it, where do they go? They go to the doctor. What do they do to get the doctors to promote it? The doctors will even tell you what your prescription is for most of the time. It's left to you to figure it all out, right? But it's up to you, somebody who has not a fucking clue about medical shit, going to a professional that knows about it, but they're going, oh, go fucking research it yourself. How the fuck are people supposed to understand it? If they understood it, they wouldn't need a fucking doctor. I got some fury in here, yeah. You know, it's a lot of people speaking up right now. Don't believe me? I really don't give a shit. I give a shit about people and their well-being. And the systems can go fuck themselves the way they're fucking the people. People do it. I'll tell you right now. I know this is not all me. It's my. It's well, it's me, but it's forms of me in spirit, but it's spirit. It's the infinite. So it's all of us. We're all connected. Whether we realize it or not, we are all experiencing each other simultaneously. Whether it's someone across the world, you're experiencing because it's energetic and energy has no boundaries. It's that part of energy has no beginning or ending. Does it? Yes, yes. That's only it has a block. Like when you get a root canal. Seriously, go watch that video. When you get a root canal, what do? They pack it. They pack the hole, so it blocks the infection. The pus. And where does it have to go? If it can't come out, where does it go? It's the nucleus. Your body doesn't work. You know, infection is something that gets in the body, and if it has no place to go, it's going to go inward. Just let this part, like we go inward into our hearts to heal, but only the spirit has the adverse effect because it has nowhere to go, because it's been blocked. And then you told your regular shit full of medication is going to make your hair fall out. It's going to cause weight gain. It's going to cause you to feel more discomfort. You know how many places, back in the early younger days and what have you, how many people still use iodine today? That's what they used to always use. I'm not mocking you. I'm not ridiculing you. The systems are doing it. I'm here to enlighten and to see it for yourself. To say, hey, I'm not taking this no more. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to pull my big pants up and I'm going to say, fuck you, you're not screwing me anymore. I want my money back. I want my life back. I want my energy back. I want all that you took from me, but not because it's going to make me rich. Because it's principle. It's to keep them from doing it to you anymore or others. And when everybody stands together and says, like, we're not going to take this. Enough is enough. We see you for what you are, and you're not going to blame us for your ignorance anymore. Oh, you're going to hell. You're not well. Aren't you already in fucking hell? And they just want to keep you there, so let's dope you up. Let's be fucking shitting your body that's not supposed to be there. Well, if you look at it like, I guess whatever. What do you think? But that's fine. I think it's part of the system. And the system, people are just adopting some choice, others don't even know that it's a choice. It's a great people had TikTok. TikTok agent. No, no, no. What this stuff is I don't come in here to get followers. I'm coming here to get you money. I came here to help. I came here to empower you and show you that you have the strength and to have the grace to speak it. Your experiences. It's not about giving you something to shut you up. Take that with this book. Sometimes it's your innocence, your health, your overall well-being. It's not about confidence. As they put you into it. If you don't have money, then you're unable to have. That's why they do it. Mm-hmm. Seeing what the it can cause endocarditis. If this stuff is not removed periodontal ligaments, causes back problems, everything. How many people have lost family members because you thought the systems were doing what was in your best interest for the family when they weren't? Well, maybe they got to do it, making a name for themselves, whether it meant hurting people or not. My mom died of COPD. My grandparents died of cancer, pneumonia, because their immune system got so beaten by all this bullshit crap that they're feeding you. And I'm not meaning like as in all food. I mean like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, through fucking program system. You were there telling you you're the fucking problem. Well, you're not the problem. You're not the pain on existence. The systems are. These are not designed for the people, the ones that come out of the system that are actually healthy. They're children. They're not allowed to say this. They have you fighting with pain because they too have been they have been programmed in that but you only have what they will teach you, which is the bare minimum. Because they taught you and those that you would never raise. You would be abundant. You are abundant. You just have that hidden abundance because really, everything belongs to the people, not the systems. They just throw everything away. So scary. It's not my age. It's somebody told me it's beyond my time. And when you wake up, you become enlightened and empowered to beyond your time because you become your true. People come on, oh, well, I want to make lots and lots of money. I want to make lots and lots of money. I'm not here to make money. I don't want to say that this is the mentality. They're not to shade of it. They're just taught and trained that money is what the fuck is money if you don't have health. You don't have health, you get to enjoy it. And if you do have money, you have health. It's the same as they say money buys health. Only if you money can actually buy something. And how is it buying people? Because they go after the ones that are less fortunate. Do like what the government does. They tell you, I got a check for 10 cents. It costs 60 cents or more to write the check. My life today wasn't just about this. Because it was a message to the true sinners, the sins, systems integrated into society. You know, I see a lot of stuff on here, people pointing at it, like pointing fingers at different people that come into the country because they're being given incentives. And what happens? And what happens? I hear a lot of people blaming these people for government doing it on purpose to keep everybody fighting with one another to create civil war. And it's not and have that to do. Why are people turning a blind eye, hugging their ears, covering their eyes, and putting a mask on their face, and let's sew your lips together. Don't you speak. What they do is sort of reduce, restrictions. That's part of it. You say to it, shade it. Part of you, they say God, spirit, source, creator, whatever people refer it, does not, because you're missing the point. If you put all that because you have one different word for it, you're all missing the fucking point because it all comes back to the same point. Yeah, it's a head scratcher. I sure it's a head scratcher. Jawbone material. You know, like it doesn't matter. Like I can still be in the face and you have a beautiful infection. And the scan they do and a holistic dentist, they use a scan called the cone CONE CEA in case I didn't in case you didn't hear. I'm not saying that you can't spell. And for me, when people have to say that I'm not saying that you can't spell, that's a problem. Kids are like they're just getting their teeth in. They're just going through teeth and what did they do it? And then I know that like we told oh they have a cavity, but we have caps on them. Seriously, what the fuck for? They just got their damn teeth. And I'm not saying that you're a fucking idiot either. People live in fear because of the system. Because what you hear about what somebody else experienced in different ways within the system, so they don't want to have to go through that themselves. But maybe those people have been through it, survived it, and conquered it. And they weren't afraid to look at it. And they didn't because they were afraid. But then they took the power back and empowered themselves and said, something don't seem right. And those are the people that step forward. I know there's like a lot of different shit flying around, great granddaddy or great granddaddy chaos. road that it's like if you go look and you go and you look up about the reactions of the earth, how the earth reacts. Earthquake, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, you but see, people look at that whole that's good. Maybe you need to hear a little bit of right out there so you can see that right out there is actually right on the mark. The truth. You look up about stars. We're all formed from the same stuff. We all work the same, whether you want to believe it or not. Electrical current goes through your body. Water in the earth, water in your body. Sure. The earth has a heart, does it not? The human has a heart, does it not? The trees, the branches, the nervous system. So look at how the work. Look up how the work works. Okay? You carry through it what you do. You're tearing the flesh of the mother. You're tearing the flesh of the earth. What happens? The flesh, the internal parts of the earth. What's in there? Look at it. Look at Gary, your family members. We need to talk about that and take everything out of the human body and then embalm it. They put chemicals in the body, chemical in the body, and then they insert it in the earth. Are you awake yet? They take the chemical and they put it in the body. That means physical. Because you're not just physical, you're also a spiritual being. soul, spirit, human. You know, the vedo che tu lo senti, sì, ma cosa che si può dire? Tutto questo, sì, you know, and somebody told me that I used the same word. It sounded like I had the same word, but the same word I used a different hand gesture. Yeah, I like it. You know, think of your English language. How many fucking words sound the same, but they're used differently? They mean different things. You know, some would say, just you don't see anything like that. But the reason why we don't is because we connect, and it's actually connection. I said, it's true. You know, because it's not all right to do. People want to be Doctor Strange. I was at the beginning, he gets upset, and he goes to find him, and then he comes to him, to his and she tries to explain to me, you don't understand. So what does she do? She takes him, hits him, goes on a spirits. They do that, but in their life, those people are experiencing it. They hear their name, but nobody's there. Well, that's because you're fucking hearing it. But you know, one in the system will tell you, oh no, you really have a psychiatric disorder. You're not experiencing what you're experiencing. You're just delusional and hysterical. And those same people are the ones that well, they had their own experiences. And sometimes that's why they go find out what's going on with them, experience, what they experience, right? And those systems are freaking amazing. Because all you have to do is look in the mirror and answer page two. Yes, the Venus for cross reference regards to the Raquel and how it's taken out the abstract and about the forms of dental implants. What did it get like? What's going to happen now? Okay, he had all his teeth removed, and I know fucking well they didn't go and take the periodontal ligament out, and they just shoved the fucking metal implant in his jawbone. because they didn't help him in the first place so that his jawbone wouldn't fucking deteriorate. So now people like myself, I gotta wear the shit of the pain from them because they're angry at someone, but they want to hurt the wrong people because they're too afraid to go after the ones that truly hurt them the most, and that was the systems. So when the problem is divorce, he had his feet out, but they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and he was gonna fix that. And I'm not just talking about him, I'm talking about everybody in his fucking shoes right now. Before him and after him. Because nobody wants to do anything about it. And when they do it, they're just thinking about a pocket with money. But money's not gonna buy your health. Answers. The only way you're gonna get answers is by asking the questions that you're so afraid to confront. Mr. Rhoda, Mr. Rhoda, grazie. E solo io voglio essere lui. Lavoratore, non mi frega perché some look at me like one way or another, and it's like, no, you don't understand because you are closed because it seems like they're not doing that to you. You're just fucking paranoid. Or like, there are no others who get it and are living it now. And until it's that part of seeing it for yourself, people continue to live it. And it's because we've been so programmed, manipulated, informed, taught, fully corrupted because we wanted to go and we thought that would be good. But that was social media. right now, it's not about being in my headspace. Because my wisdom is coming from seeing through the God. It's this human. It's saying mindset, let me know, like tell me what you're saying. When I tell them what it was that I told them someone, and they were like, well, you're not going to tell me. And I did tell them. And then I put it in more times. That's part of self awareness, self connection, being connected, self aware of self, knowing what you're experiencing in your body and the way you're reacting in the exterior of your body. And then spirit awareness, spirit connection, being connected with everything as a whole. Your experiences. Man, you respect us, or we're gonna hang up on you, or we're gonna kick you out of the hospital. Is that part of why? Why is the person reacting like that? Some of those are fair, but if someone's like acting in a misappropriate manner, should you not be going and getting like a mental health professional opposed to kicking you out of the hospital to find out what's happening? And I'm not saying because it's mental. I'm saying because you need somebody to come in and that knows how to relax the patient. And I'm not saying that there's somebody kneeling beside you like I had. Oh, you're just having anxiety. Breathe, breathe. I am fucking breathing. I told them I am breathing. What I experienced was like a bubble coming up from here, going upward, and then I felt it that there was a pop in the brain, and that's when I started to become afraid. because he was not part of and it was the same feeling that I had the night that I got pregnant with my coach. And it was because the system wouldn't listen to me. And because of the system, my family wouldn't listen to me because they said that the doctors would do it. How many people have gone through that? People have died because of that. They look at you like you remember you need to go to them. But yet, when you go to them, they really don't talk to you. They tell you, oh, go read. It's like, you're the doctor. But if you had to go to university in order to know what that shit meant, how the fuck do you expect somebody who didn't go to university to know what the fucking jargon means that only manipulative people can figure out half the time? Because you know they did. You know, they say God works in numbers. Why does God work in numbers? It's like this shit. The doctor is supposed to know the best. You know, if you're a dentist and you don't know about zirconium, zirconium, ceramic implants, and how are you still practicing? Because I thought that all doctors had to stay up to date on the newest and best stuff, the healthiest stuff, the stuff that is to help the human body, not fucking hurt it and hinder it. You're not a doctor. Well, if I'm not a doctor, what the fuck are you telling me to go figure out whether, like, you know, I can make more side effects because, you know, even if you don't have the medication, is it not up to the doctor to know whether or not you should be on those two medications at the same, but they're supposed to be contradicting each other? But they'll expect you to fucking figure that out. But then you go back because your symptoms are worse and you've escalated and you formed more. Oh, here's another drug. Just at the 30th for me, yes. I don't play. Patient does not explain what I'm experiencing. I don't know how many times I felt like my heart was going to fucking explode. And my fucking, but not off my neck. How many of you have felt the same? How many has wanted to just go and fucking tear everything to shreds? Because there's so much inner pain and conflict that you don't know which way's up or down. You don't know what way to go. I husband said that, his father shit, he was the one who learned from me. Seriously. My husband, but, I still care. And he is my friend because if I needed help financially, he might get pissed off. And we have our reasons of the good. And remember, the true wealth is health, health, physical health, even physical health, physical health. You know, play on words, take the W, exchange for the H, and health, and they're making a wealth of your health. Tidak tentu deh, ay. I've heard of, they like to play on words, but it's easy to manipulate because there's different spellings and things. So they're after, they are after you. Mother. Yeah, I had it written down. See, my channel, it could be just about anywhere. It starts off in one place and then it goes in another. I have just a bunch of randoms. Okay. Yeah, I can't find it now, but mother, okay. This is down to turn. Oh, write something down. the word father. Okay, you take father, take the F, okay, take the F, start with the F. A, take out the, T-H-E, and R, far, and then A, F-T-E-R, after her. Her is at the last. Far after the mother. Now I had him say to me that the part of which came first, the chicken or the egg. Everybody has a different thought on it. Some say the egg, some say the chicken, okay? And it's the both came at the same time because the egg came in the chicken, the energy. We are the egg within the energy of the mother, the womb of the mother. Spirit. Somebody said it, and I said it, and it will be in the past because, I contradicted. So they said the news. That part of the into the talk of a walk. Because I did do this, I did draw it in front of the church. It had two columns. Just how they protecting its hidden within the church. It's a question. Is it there what? Stop coming up with the question. System. You know, our ancestors will come, burned at the stake. Mm-hmm. Is that what they staked? What do you say, which law Jesus? You yes, we get the movement. Moses, Moses, what did Moses do? That's another. You don't believe it's to make you afraid or more than ridicule myself. Like they did those before us and many in the present now, because as some say, they're back on a witch hunt. And way to keep it, the concept of Superman. What does it do? Superman is his powers. And why do you think people? Why do you think people like watching that stuff? Kind of resonate because they're told it's fixed. But there are forms of Superman. Like this stuff does exist, but we're told that it is comic books, myth, conspiracy theories. 1, 2, 3. So true that everyone see there's stuff put out there, but we're told that it's not real. It's actually sort of energy manipulation. Some say magic, and others have different views. But in the end, it all comes back to energy because everything's coming from energy. So anytime we speak, it's like we're performing, whether we're aware of it or not. We're manipulating that energy into what we speak. And that's why we experience some of the things that you experience. But it's that when you look at it, oh, oh shit. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, what I talk about is not easy shit to comprehend because still sometimes when things come in, it's fucking mind. It's like, holy shit, hold on, it's happening again. And when you start to realize that, and you start to see what's actually causing physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, because your spiritual aspect of things is what connects everything together. The physical, mental, emotional parts, because it's the part of being aware, not just self, but awareness outside yourself. When you have that awareness here, you become more observant. It's easier to comprehend what it is that you're seeing and experiencing and figuring out where that's coming from. So it's being able to have a professional who will actually listen to you as a human being and not as a patient or a number or a dollar bill. Say patient, number, dollar bill. 3, that's common sense. You know, a lot of people are misguided into not using it anymore. It's a part of realizing the dentist will tell you, oh, well, don't put metal in your mouth. But yet they'll do it and they'll be paying to do it for you. You're paying to have something put in your mouth that they told you not to put in. And those same people that told you not to put it in are the ones that give you like that. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Really well. It's like, Jesus, especially places in powerful positions that tell you what to do and how to control you. And they have these big, these big retreats to go talk about you. I watched a thing about the indigenous or the native community like that with regards to the residential schools to help find the family members. Oh, they were given all this funding, after, it came out of public's eye. And then other people said, because, you know, say that it uses your tax dollars. Well, seriously, you want your fucking family to go down? People have searches go on because they want answers. It doesn't matter who, or what culture, what color, ethnic background, religion, sexuality, it doesn't matter. And that's what their systems do. They put you into categories to keep you fucking fighting with one another, to keep you from seeing shit. And I'm talking truth of what they do to everybody, and especially people that they really don't fit in. But we've all experienced it in different ways, and we all deserve to have that, funny. People say, oh, well, we never find you. What if somebody said that to you? Again, what you should say. Years ago, people realizing that it was the dollar some people, their hair is good. Happens. People in family members adopt one another's children. Sometimes those women just they feel like they're doing one thing because they have nothing in common, because they feel like the black sheep or people like to see them. And it's like, human strength. We're dealing with people that doesn't even know. The only human error that is made are the systems that integrate that's causing harm to the people. If the systems weren't causing harm to the people, Why don't people just start working together? You need to shadow yourself. You know, yeah, I did. But my ex-husband told me, "Don't be afraid to see us this stuff." Because you can't make an informed decision if the information is not put there for you, given to you by the so-called professional. Should not be up to the patient to know the choices. And in all actuality, it is the doctor's duty, legal duty, to give the patient all the information, even if it's tons of boxes of food. And then they read it, then they're supposed to ask questions. But it is up to the doctors, it's the doctor's legal obligation, whether they want to say it or not. In all actuality, I should have kept the law library that I had that my lawyer left to me. But I didn't see my red phone. So I put them on Marketplace. Whole legal library, all I wanted was a donation from property to give it back to life and to give it for this way. Because I wanted those books to go in the hands of the ones that would put it to use. That part of, I didn't even look. I have the criminal code book. And holy shit, man. What? Everything in that book is a like everything in like when you look in that book, everything is a fucking crime. I even said one day if you fucking fart, they probably charge you for administering an obnoxious substance. Or because oh well, you just discharged methane gas. Well fuck man. If I farted, what the fuck are you guys doing with those fucking big pollution polluters? And it's a crime for me to fart or burp. You're disturbing the. I watched a thing on the news where a woman was playing in the backyard with her grandchild or kid or something. And because a neighbor got hit with the fucking water, the cops came and charged her. Is that true? Well, everybody likes to say it's on the news, so if it's on the news, it's really true, right? I have to say, if the police are out charging people for like accidentally hitting somebody with a water gun, seriously, why don't you get your fucking asses out there and go after the real criminals, not looking at somebody because, oh, I got him a lawyer. I could see, like, if somebody was, like, had one of those pressure washers and fucking pointed it right at you. But fuck, I mean, they have water guns and You can't shoot them at people, but they're giving them in the hands of kids. What the fuck for them? You know, it's a deadly weapon, is it not? Holy shit, man! And I'm not mocking the person, but I am saying, you might want to question yourself. Are you after money? Are you after, just you want to be heard? Did your ego get bruised? Seriously. Hey, it's like, have you ever been walking somewhere and someone has sprinkles and you walk in your direction and they fucking hit you? Did you go charge the neighbor? Did you go charge that person? Oh, your sprinklers just hit me. It's like, hey, when that happens, make sure you have a water gun on the side so that you can involve yourself and have some fun. Nothing rude, but get the stick out of your ass. Stop being uptight and start playing. And I'm not like people can take no. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm saying, come on, there are real criminals out there, and you're saying about these. You're calling the police because you got sprayed with a water gun by accident, or because you fucking tripped in somebody's doorway. Hey, people, it's okay if you break in somebody's house. They can't fucking defend themselves. Or wait a minute, if somebody breaks in your house and they slip on, they hit something and it's glass and they fall on the glass, well, they can fucking sue your insurance. Seriously, they're the ones that fucking broke into your house. It's people say it's a broken system. Is it a broken system? Or is it a system that never fucking worked in the first place? Capito Vaya. This is shit that's happening with family members. Some people are just too fucking busy watching what's going on with fucking soap operas because they're stars on TV. Oh, I'm more interested in what's happening in their life than I am what's happening in my own life or my family's life. Meanwhile, the same fucking shit. Hello? Big one when COVID was around. Was it Johnny Depp going through his divorce with his ex-wife? She was a narcissist, so was it? They could go for it. You look at them as their persona are characters. Do you know them in your real life? And I'm not talking about looking for the public eye because maybe they were getting less ratings and they needed to bring your popularity up. I'm not saying that it wasn't going on, but why do these stars have to be for your life? Why does it have to be in the public eye? Most of the stuff happens really young. From time always because years and they're going to parent your child. I have to say, Why are we giving up those? Why are we giving those rights? Because that's what you're doing. And then people say about my rights, my rights. Did you not give your right up? Or did they not perceive me as giving the right up? Because you're looking to them for the answers. You're looking for them to tell you how to parent your child or children. You're looking to them to tell you how to live, how to behave, what to eat, what to put in, inject in your body, put in your body, where you have to live, what language you have to speak, what color you have to be, what religion. You know, they're putting everybody in a category, and then they're giving some more than others. It's like, why is everybody getting equal? It's, it's like, what's good for one, nothing good for all. They say, well, we're looking at the income. You know, everyone should get the same, and if they make, if they go and go and fall back, it's because they put the time and energy into it. So they made themselves. They weren't giving themselves. And it wasn't about being privileged. It would be about being privileged or anything like that. Because everybody should be treated equally all through the systems that they like to. Showing how you your financial skills. And money shouldn't be able to have to buy health. Health is not a privilege. Health is a necessity. Okay, Jen. Right now, I'm experiencing an recovery energy for my body. It's like it's expanding, and it gives like it's like the frequency is a vibration, and it's like mixed with the electrical aspect of it. And then just having me just beginning to feel right now, I'm coming to the center, part of integrating connection. So, Schweine, Hahahino, Kuroyan, Kisa Kayan, Ori, Shapaina, Nakito, Tupuri, Takai, Seven, and se la tarea de my channel spirit to spirit. So it's a part of like if you're feeling or experiencing anything from what you're observing, then the spirit is speaking to the spirit connected. It's mirroring itself. And it's curiosity, it's I know that it's probably a mixture of languages. And as I speak, I feel a difference in my body. When I speak English, a lot of time, when I speak English, when I know English, my body becomes empty. Because it's almost like it's an interference language. This language used to be everyone's like foreign languages all in foreign, so then you understand them. And the vibration and frequencies of the language. It created healing. Men and plus. Every one of them had a different frequency, a different form, a different note, a different dialect. dialect could understand because of the spiritual in the consciousness. Sometimes we get that part of consciousness because we come so in an analytical mode that we can't comprehend anything other than conflict or program. And that's the limited belief system because you only believe what you were taught and there couldn't be any other way. So other people's opinions didn't matter. So it causes conflict because it's that part of you who wants to kill each other because you don't have to communicate on a common sense level. Anyways, because we know too little to think everything. There's a place for it because it's that part of using your mind to create, like feeling it, to bring it forward. Sure, making the connection between having the mind and the heart and grounding it together. And I say grounding it into both of them. I mean, having like your mind and heart connected together, working with one another. Because sometimes your mind can be telling you, like, why am I afraid of this? Or you want to go forward with the heart, but your mind is telling you to be afraid of it because you're sick. Sometimes it's because maybe you experienced it, but you never got back on the horse because of that experience. And you know, sometimes experiences can deceive us. But then you come back and you're able to figure out, well, are we going to kind of allow ourselves to see things differently of where we need to go wrong? So, yeah. Oh, no. Yes, I know. Yeah. This stuff here, it keeps you from being able to experience because you stop believing, you stop believing in Santa. Santa Claus is actually, it represents the imagination, part of the brain. The imagination is more so the memories. And I know they say it's in another part of the brain, but it's the imagination with the innocence. And if you see something, dream it, or create it on paper, show me something that someone else experienced or in spirit, or you experienced it in spirit, feeling extra pain. Spirit. Because we don't remember everything. And the nervous system is wiring. The wires in the body and the soul. They are the electrical connection. You know, when you really feel it all through your body, and it makes you cringe and it puts your body at dis-ease, disease. It creates an infection within your body. So it keeps you from being able to experience the full version of spirit. And that's the connection that they say we lost. We lost it because of the systems. But it's not gone. It's still there. We lost the knowledge and the know-how of how to get back. And people are finding that now and they're moving up to this stuff and getting all of the world. They're hearing mind, body, soul, spirit. Earth, wind, water, fire, and the light. You know, the meaning of the element, and the meaning of the sixth status, the fifth element, fifth element represents the light. We say that the light is the savior. So if the light is the savior, and you are the light, you are not a savior. Because you're your savior. Because you're that little spirit. Because of the I'm kind of dark there. Okay, here. Okay. No, yeah. Historia mucho de cultura bien. Yeah, I know. Okay, okay. Now I can sit over here because I'm not in front of the door, or I'm not in the sun. So when when people use God, so I use it for right now. It's God. It's whatever. Whatever you prefer. People blame God for not helping you experience what they had. Okay? How many people, when something happens, and the people regret because they feel like they should have done something differently or that they could have done something? So what happens when you feel that? People are so afraid because I've heard people say, well, if I had done this, if I had done that, that's blaming yourself for something that was really true. So you look and blame God for it. Who are you blaming? When you're blaming yourself, you're blaming yourself, right? So if you're blaming God, you're blaming yourself. If you're blaming yourself, you're blaming, and I know some people can't comprehend that because it's it's not our fault for the choices somebody else makes. But everyone should be given the opportunity to have all choices available to them without having to go and look up something that they may not be out because they're going to professional to get answers. So people say, well, it's about blame fault. When a system does not give you the choices, which they are legally bound and obligated to do, it's all in the public eye, access, accessible, easily, and such a person could look for it. But it should always be first available to people so people can make informed decisions. Not just a selective few. In elections, they shouldn't be allowed to have donations. And why they shouldn't be allowed is because money speaks volumes. Because, they have donations, they can put more publicity out there and what have you. And in an election, each candidate should be given a certain amount of money to work with. And being given these working incentives, it's like what makes any different than calling man it's like working class. They don't get their lunch paid for. They don't get their fucking trips paid for. And they don't live in luxury houses it's paid for because it's given to them. You know, why are you so entitled to all that shit for your job? You're no more important than the rest. You're the one supposed to be setting the example. So, it's good for you and available to you. Shouldn't it be available to all? Whether you're like in the seat of power, people think that those people are really, or that anyone should be more privileged than everyone else. It's like they don't work for you. You don't work for them. They work for you. That's the way it's supposed to be. But who's the one who's the one always out of pocket? Meanwhile, higher ups in your systems are living rich. Everyone, like I said, they will, like I said, the biggest one is your health, because without your health, and you can't enjoy the rest because you're so consumed with your. That's a big part of why I said that you need to do this. When you wake up, you see things for what it is. Then you do know what you say because you are then in control of your own mind, body, spirit, soul, and they can't. And then it's not about you using that to power over the other people, just like everyone, all the others. It becomes a bigger deal in the eyes of the world. May not be a man's law. People say, "Oh, we're fighting for peace." You're not fighting for peace. You're fighting over fucking land. Because fighting don't bring peace. War don't bring the peace. It just brings more fucking war, and the war is over land. And to keep the truth from the people. Share your experiences, even if it feels like it's going to humiliate you. Because you know what? The right people will see it. And those same people will be able to relate, and then they'll be able to tell their story, their experiences, because true peace comes from within. And first and foremost, of healing is within each individual person. Because when you heal, others heal. When you speak up, others start speaking up, especially if you're someone who has never spoken to the system. Everyone's afraid of what they say on these platforms. But it's good for certain people now. So because you're saying something that I always thought. I said it before, I see people coming on here that are doing tarot cards, and because there's a cartoon naked lady, they feel it necessary to cover up the flood effects. It's like, you're limiting yourself. It's like part of telling us, you want to get rid of my channel? That's up to you. But you know what? I'll just go find another channel. It's like like TV. What they do with channels, they just continue. Is that part of did they get the news every day? Or was it that they weren't getting enough ratings? Oh, or was it because you worked for another company and you were being paid, so you shut down another? It's like people getting silenced, and they say that it was Jordan Peterson's qualifications for ability to practice. He's being threatened because he was bringing truth and they didn't know what he had to say because he had a different way of looking at things. I think it's some that, yeah, I watched Jordan Peterson. And there are things that he says that, I just like, I don't agree with. Media is not part of mixing it up and shaking people so that they see the lies and they see the truth. Oh no, you're allowed to look at the dark and you're still draw attention to you. Well, fuck, it already knows you're there. That's why it's causing fear, so you don't draw attention to it. It's a part of sorting your shit out. They say, like with regards to war, isn't it more so it's the innocent people getting hurt and not the ones that are going battle with each other because, they put the cause first, keep the kings and the queens, the actual ones that are supposed to be on the front lines fucking fighting. They're putting people in front to save themselves. So it's a part of what are you like? How the fuck are you a king or a queen or a knight or anything like that if you're sitting in your fucking castle? Meanwhile, fucking people, common people, are out fighting for you. Aren't you supposed to be the ones fighting for the people? You go and knight a singer. A knight, as far as I knew, in old times, a knight was someone that fought for the people, not fucking sang for the queen. People look up to them. You're fucking starving. You're having big elephant balls and saying, oh, let's be here. Meanwhile, they're sipping on their champagne, eating their fucking escargot and cat and saying, you're the people. Fucking mind blowing. So much. Stop hiding. Stop hiding the stuff that's for the people. Spirit to spirit. And that spirit knows who the fuck I'm talking to. And I see that thing today, and it's true. You know, all these women in power, there should be a full investigation on finances. I'm not saying like to freaking destroy their life. They like to tell you to repent. They go sit and they say, yes, confession. Confession isn't too long. Go confess. And then they confess all the things from last time. And as a part of figuring that out, every legal doing it, you confess. All the time, you do the same fucking thing. You know, God will forgive you. See, all those people that you hurt, you want them to forgive you for all that you did to them, that you go to church and you expect to keep doing the same thing over again. You're not asking for forgiveness, you're asking for fucking validation. So you're lying to the one you go to and say, you're lying there, but then you're lying to yourself too. You the same people will point fingers at people who are actually making a change within themselves, the difference for the what everyone opposed to self. It's not like when you get you fucking look for a system and you have time for yourself, your family, all the systems and it's just good communities, families, friends, people's livelihoods, way of having an income because you told them you have to work for a system. You have to do the jobs that we even say that are available to you, not what you can create for yourself. Because if you do that, they're going to shut you down. And we're going to bring in big box stores. Say it's cheaper. Only because they had a monopoly. And it was harder for the little people, the small businesses. you know, they were just a small business. And many small businesses, big corporations come out and say, oh, we're gonna buy you out, and this is all we're gonna give you, and then we're gonna fucking trench you. We're gonna step on you like fucking ants. You know, they kick your house down like people do with ant colonies when they see an ant in the yard where they do, they kick it down wrong because they're superior. I had fly. It fell in my coffee and I took it out of the coffee. And it was sitting in my hand. I was looking at it and I even put a video on my TikTok and my YouTube with regards to like how did this fly in my hand. And I'm watching it and it's reacting like a fucking human being. You know, people say that, oh, I wish I was a fly on the wall. The only reason why you want to be a fly on the wall is because you want to be fucking nosy. But it's still, it's like a human, it's like a human being because it has a consciousness. Then the other day, yesterday, I did a video. It was a bee. It was on my cup first, and it was just like I was talking to him, and me talking on the video, and his limbs were moving like something was wrong with him, and I was getting him what he was dying. And he was dying because the weather was getting colder. So they died doing it, what have you. What have you. Just watching. And they ended up coming over. I brought the cup up and I put it up here. I got off the cup and they were up on my shoulder. So you do it. And so but what he did was he sat on me. They come to people to be warmed up. The system is taught you to kill these creatures, these beings, these forms of consciousness. Because he was reacting the same as if a human had a broken leg and he wanted to be seen like a fly. It was the fly would have died had I not taken it out. Say, oh, it was just you, it's a fly. We have the okay, you have the shit flies, black flies, those are the shit. And then compost flies, if you look at them, they're like green, yellow, and stuff like that, different colors. Okay? And it's horrible. Okay? We wouldn't have this problem if you did what they used to do, and it was bury the compost in the ground so they could go right back to compost instead of, giving it away so that, it's the government or whoever collects garbage, whatever, to make a profit off you. And you could be profiting from it yourself by burying it, putting it back into composting yourself. They put you in buildings and everything without you. And that's another part of the system. Putting each other in contact. It's not like an ant colony. It's an observation, seeing it from a different perspective, opposed to just seeing it narrow-minded. They don't want you asking questions because they don't want you knowing the truth of what they really do. Putting an illusion in front of you, screen, lip service, the back door, and they say, oh, well, we're taking this money, or we're taking this because of this, or you owe us this because of this reason. But we're going to make you fucking wait and, beg for what you're really entitled to. But we're going to take everything from you. We're not going to tell you. We just say, oh, well, we're giving you this much money, or we're doing this for you. And they're all doing it by manipulating your body. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And they're using the sins to the systems integrated into society. It's time that people empower themselves. People get comfortable in they're comfortable with themselves, but they complain about the systems. It's not part of I must say, how are you comfortable? Is it that you're comfortable, or is it that you're afraid? You're afraid of what might happen if you step away, if you speak up, if you walk on top. It's not about putting cat litter boxes in the school because anything can change. That I will say, if that is happening, that's a little worrying. I can understand what you're saying because that's what they're feeling like at that moment because of, people maybe they were a cat. It resonated quite well with being a cat. Cats used to shit outside. Humans used to walk around and woods and shit and peel. Maybe I'm looking for a woman. I'm allowed to be too sweet. I'm allowed to be my feminine when I want to. I'm allowed to be my masculine when I want to. And I like to be in the middle. Whatever things. People say about what if men were screwed, something like that. Hey, I understand that you're part of, like, with regards to sexual or transgender or what have you. Okay, put that in categories. Wasn't the Scottish wearing kilts? The kilts not a form of a skirt? Were they not wearing long gowns in much earlier times? Right? or illusions. These aren't the people doing that still. It's like living in a society. Nobody can be unique. You have to be a cookie cutter. You have to dress like everybody else. You have to talk like everybody else. You have to look like everybody else. Shit, that's not very fun. How many times have you walked up to a stranger thinking it was somebody else? You know, there's certain certain things we just we look through and look past. Sometimes it's because there's something to look through, and sometimes it's because we're afraid of what we see. So we close our eyes because we're afraid of it. Can't be that. Still, to this day, there's things. But that's okay because I've learned how I coach it or habits. I learned how to transmute it to understand what it is experience. Right now, I'm just sitting in the energy and feel well, that's on you, not me. And my advice to you is to take off the tunnel vision. Don't be afraid. Because it's that part that you feel that any part of the military don't want the military want the best interest. And by going and causing harm to innocent people, that's what the corruption you're led to believe. You're saving people's land. But you know, we're all working together. Listen, it's like, why do I do not understand why they're having summits. Just different things. I'm not talking shit on people, I'm talking shit on the system. I'm taught how to do it. Agilize. See, everything that most things that you're taught are happiness. So if you're someone that had a root canal or you have an obstruction, you filled like have you, it's time to start expressing that. Because if the periodontal frontal ligaments are removed, that can actually be creating a problem because it's dead. It's a plant. You know, a dead part of the plant does it not take a lot of energy to try to keep that plant isn't that very long because it's putting infectious into it or it's trying to put more energy to the dead spot, but it's not doing anything because it's dead. Yep, people don't. Not all people have that knowledge, and it's nerve. It has weird. Except to send the infection back in your body when the infection was trying to promote in the first place. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I would never stop talking, and I just stopped because there's so much that comes up, whether it be in English or different forms of languages, energy movement. So my advice and suggestion is to go watch the documentary Root Cause, the health effects of the root canal procedure. That's where I got my information. Even sometimes, and I'm not a note taker. Except, I was in my stars and galaxy course and I was taking notes. And as he was talking about the stars, I was contributing it or I was connecting it with the human body. So there comes over here, right there. I'm a good student if it's something that interests me. If it don't interest me and like it just doesn't sound right to me, well, you lost me there. Because like it's like when you listen, you actually end up hearing the freaking contradictions within the system. Like examples I just used with regards to when you go to the doctor, they tell you or expect you to look up what they're already supposed to know and inform you of. So it's not about understanding the languages as it is experiencing. So, like I said, I'm gonna leave it at that, but I do recommend like what have you to go watch that. You might no, you it's not you might become enlightened. You will become enlightened. Some may even cry if they're extremely angry. But it's that part of just sitting with it, and taking notes, and everyone start collaborating. That's what people need to start doing. Instead of listening to someone else, listen to your body. Allow it to do the speaking. It's that part of, a lot of the time doctors don't listen to their patients, but they love to keep notes, don't they? About how you dress, how you speak, how your appearance, how you look when your hair was washed or not. I know because I had the records to prove it, and I read through it and it's like, what the fuck? You're saying how I'm dressed? Aren't you a little like, holy shit, man? You're holding it against me. I did a video and a woman come in and she told me that I needed my eyebrows done. That I looked like a kid had done my eyebrows, and I told her, well, that's fine because I can just go wash my eyebrows off, whether they're painted on right or not. That's the part of the system that's wrong. So it's like I know I said it would go, and it's just like that's just hit hard because they do everything, like everything about you. They write in the book, oh, so and so didn't have makeup on today. Seriously, it was in there. They even said when I was in the hospital, they even said, "Oh, so and so brought them KFC." This was back in '99. They said they wrote in here about somebody bringing me fucking food. Seriously. And then they wanted to know my fucking friend's name. Took my friend in a room without my fucking permission. Took my friend in the room and asked her, "Is Tara always like this?" Because I had some spunk to my walk or some skip. Don't be too happy. You might be a manic depressive. Don't feel sad because shit, something happened. Don't feel sad because we'll write it down like, oh, this person's depressed. Friends and family do it to each other. You're not a friend if you're doing that. You're belittling your friend. My ex-husband. Oh yeah, do I throw the shit at him? Yeah, because I'm using it as an example of how hypocritical he is. It's like you didn't like somebody doing it to you. So why the fuck do you think it's okay to do it to somebody else? And that's what they're doing. You know, just like I'm talking the systems. And your family get indoctrinated into it, even if they wouldn't have reached before. He says survival of the fittest, but lately it's been feeling like survival of the manipulative. Right? Because the fittest ones are the ones living through it, going through the fucking shit, the pain, the suffering, the torment, the mocking, the ridicule, the shaming. And it's the system that teaches people that. And I give kudos to those who are waking up and I ask you to go help others. Don't just tell them, show them, explain to them, even if you have to go. It's not part of being able to, I had my ex-husband say, you know, sometimes you have to speak your language. And some, let's say that, they don't like you speaking because it shows themselves. I'm not saying you're two people, but it's a part of showing the hypocrites themselves. That, hey, you say, well, you doing it? I tell them all the time, you say, well, me doing it? Well, I guess I learned it from the best, didn't I? I learned it from the master. Because a hypocrite is the first to accuse someone else of being a hypocrite because they're a hypocrite. And we've all been there. Not one person has been the exception to that because it's that part of seeing it and changing it. And I know that people say, oh, well, people will never change. Only because because you keep telling them they'll never change. So why would they some people just say, oh well, you know, other people are like, well, you know, change. And then you become self-doubting with yourself because of some other person who, you know, believes that they're all holier than thou and that they do no wrong. I know I do wrong. I know when I hurt people because I then feel the pain in my own body and then I experience theirs because I'm meant to feel the pain that they went through because of something I did. Like some people like to say, oh, we're just, you know, try seeing them, try seeing like smidgen of why they may be doing it. because it's been so horrifying. So it's been so, I just heard the word disgraceful. It's, it's funny. My son has my grandson. The grandson slapped his sister upside the head. Hard. And my son sent him to his room. And we went back and talked to him. Why did you slap your sister? I don't know. And he was just still talking to me. I said, why did you slap your sister? Because I wanted to hurt her. This was a 6-year-old to a 3-year-old. What's going through that 6-year-old's head to want to hurt his 3-year-old sister? It's that part of some questions, and that's what my son did to my grandson as his stepchild. He did. That was the right thing to do. I know, like, why. Like, but it's hard to what you know why he slapped her because he wanted to hurt her. But it's that part, and then when he asked him, why did you want to hurt her? Spirit. The kids are susceptible to it because they don't have all the shit in their body. And when I mean susceptible, I mean that they're susceptible to a jump spirit, spirit consciousness. As long as his own spirit, things that he experienced from a previous form of what they perceive to be time. That's why I say it wants them to a system to bring their child, but so that they're bringing them up. But if you're looking to somebody else how to parent a child because you're afraid that if you don't follow the guidelines, that they'll be taken from you. When things are happening, it's the systems. It's the system's legal obligation to help the families not destroy them, but they've been destroying them because they're creating uprising to Michael's Saturday. And there was a woman standing behind me, seeing my 2 grandsons. And she started talking to me, and she told me that she was a teacher in her classroom. 95% of the students are ADHD, and she said that she believes it's because of the food. It's because of the stuff that we're putting in and injecting in our children's bodies. Are you awake yet? That was a teacher. But would she speak up? She told me, but would she speak up to the higher ups? or she leave her job because she, what have you, she wants to help the children. She's saying what the problem is, and she's unable to do anything about it because of fear of losing her job. Does that not make a system of bullying? Which is my question. You know, I would see that as being bullying. You know, that others see the same and feel the same. See, you know, people would say things like, "Oh, it's all good for the systems, but not for people." Says everybody wants to rule the world. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The one world that you are in charge of is yourself. I come into my channel just randomly and I talk about random stuff, and like I said, usually it's about what I observe and my own experiences. And what I'm here for from others was what my awareness is I'm a voice, your voice. It's time to use it. It's time to use it in a healthy, positive way. And it's not about being too sensitive. It's about, these ones that people say, oh, you're just too sensitive. It's like, really? Or how much shit did they have to fucking tolerate before they finally said, enough is enough. Fuck you, asshole. I'm going to speak up. And if you don't like it, well, that's only because you don't like being spoken up to because you're a fucking bully. But wait a minute. Ask them that question of who fucking bullied you? Communication goes a long way. And they try to cut that communication off. That being said, okay. Siguro sa yes, siguro yan sila ba yan sila results. Why, man? I have gotten a lot of results. I know several thousand things that won't work. Guess what the way they've directed me to You see that thing? Life is a struggle. You will be rewarded if you meet hardship face to face, overcome it, and move on to the next challenge. Struggles toughen your spirit and force you to move when you might otherwise stand still. Good yesterday. I'm going to keep taking cards right now. Okay. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and sincerely in the spirit. Just keep moving up. And I go there. Yes, they're talking in English. Risk more than others think is safe. Care more than others think is wise. Dream more than others think is practical. Expect more than others think is possible. Yeah, secreta. The path was worn and slippery. My foot slipped from underneath, knocking the other out of the way. But I recovered and said to myself, it's a slip and not a fall. It's a part of you may be bruised, but that's where ego that gets bruised. Keep going. You're not going to Here's the tree again. A truly great book should be read in youth, again in maturity, and once more in old age. As a fine building should be seen by morning light at noon and by moonlight. I said, failure is a part of success. There's no such thing as a bed of roses always. But failure will never stand in the way of success if you learn. With that being said, I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone who wants and willing to receive and accept. Be told to be big, bold, brave, be secure, be yourself, be your authentic self. Be who are not receiving self you are or have to be true to yourself, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and know that you have more strength than you. Wishing you all a great year. It is always a